Welcome to DC Bedtime Stories. If you like my stories, remember to like and share and subscribe. Thanks for your support. Tonight, we'll begin a dreamy retelling of his cozy bedtime story. Children, are you ready? We are going to enter the dream world. Close your eyes and start counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Today's stories. Guardians of Nature, Emily's Quest. In a modern town called Brooksville, there lived a girl named Emily. This town enjoyed pleasant weather throughout the year, and was surrounded by beautiful scenery, where people lived harmoniously. Emily was a brave and smart girl who loved adventure, and discovering new things. Her home was nestled in a cozy cottage near the edge of a forest. Every morning, she would take walks along the forest paths, exploring the mysteries of nature. Emily is a 9-year-old girl with a sharp mind and boundless curiosity. Her long hair shines like golden sunlight, and her eyes are deep and bright, always filled with the sparkle of adventure. She loves reading all kinds of books, especially those about science and nature, often finding inspiration in them to conduct her own experiments and discoveries. Emily has a deep love for animals, frequently helping injured creatures, and dreams of becoming an outstanding animal conservationist one day. Emily's goal is to protect and assist animals, as she understands the unique importance and value of every creature on Earth. Whenever she explores the forest, she observes changes in the environment and the lives of animals. She hopes to improve their living conditions through her efforts, protect their habitats, and ensure they can live safely and healthily. One morning, as Emily walked along a familiar forest path, she heard a faint cry for help. She stopped and listened carefully, realizing the sound was coming from near an ancient oak tree not far away. Following the sound through the dense thicket of trees, she discovered a small squirrel stuck in a narrow tree hole, struggling to free itself. The squirrel seemed to have accidentally fallen into this trap while searching for food. Emily felt a rush of urgency to help the adorable creature. Carefully approaching, she comforted the squirrel with gentle words, reassuring it not to be afraid. She observed closely and noticed that the squirrel's tail was wedged in a crack inside the tree hollow, preventing it from freeing itself. Emily realized that freeing the squirrel would require delicate handling of its trapped tail. She attempted to gently move the tail with her hands, but each attempt proved unsuccessful. Despite her best efforts, the squirrel remained stuck in the tree hollow, now struggling harder out of fear. Recognizing the need for additional assistance, Emily looked around and spotted a thick branch lying on the ground nearby. Carefully, she inserted the branch into the hollow, trying to wedge it into the crack that held the squirrel's tail. However, the branch didn't entirely solve the problem, and she knew she would need more creativity and patience to overcome this challenge. Emily decided to take a different approach to rescue the squirrel. She first comforted the squirrel, calming it down. She gently communicated with it, reassuring it not to be afraid and promising to find a way to free it. After soothing the squirrel, Emily reached into her backpack, where she kept a small toolkit she used during her explorations. She retrieved a small hammer and a thin wooden stick. Carefully, she used the stick to pry open the crack in the tree hollow, while lightly tapping with the hammer to widen enough space for the squirrel's tail to slip free. After some effort, Emily successfully widened the crack in the tree hollow, and the squirrel's tail finally came loose. The squirrel bounced out of the hollow, back into the safety of the forest. It blinked at Emily, as if thanking her, then quickly scampered up a tree and disappeared into the dense foliage. Just as Emily and the little squirrel were celebrating their success, a deep growl suddenly echoed from the depths of the forest. A huge black shadow swiftly moved through the trees and appeared in front of them. It was a large black wolf, its eyes gleaming with menace, and it had a dead rabbit in its mouth. The little squirrel immediately scurried to safety on a tree trunk, while Emily decided she had to protect them. She stood calmly in front of the squirrel, trying to fend off the wolf. The fierce light in the wolf's eyes sent a shiver down her spine, but she was determined not to give up. Emily suddenly remembered she had a small, shiny mirror in her backpack. She took it out and used it to reflect sunlight into the wolf's eyes, trying to scare it away. The wolf was initially startled, but it quickly regained its composure and began to advance. Just as the wolf was about to pounce on Emily, a huge white rabbit suddenly leaped from behind a tree. It dashed toward the wolf like a bolt of lightning, knocking it to the ground. Other animal friends also appeared on the scene, joining forces to drive the wolf away. Emily and her animal friends successfully drove the wolf away. They gathered together, comforting each other and celebrating their victory. The squirrel thanked Emily gratefully and invited her and her new friends to visit their home in the forest. Emily and her new companions jumped and laughed together, filling the forest with joy. In the glow of the sunset, they shared beautiful moments in friendship, full of hope and courage for the future. Emily learned how to stay calm and brave in the face of challenges, and understood the importance of friendship and cooperation. As she waved goodbye to her animal friends, Emily felt grateful and joyful. She knew she would always remember this wonderful adventure and cherish the special bond she had formed with the animals. Through this adventure, Emily learned many important lessons about courage, friendship, and the importance of protecting animals. Interacting with her animal friends, she experienced their emotions and needs, gaining a deep understanding of the significance of animal conservation. Determined to become an excellent animal protector, she resolved to work hard to safeguard the forest's inhabitants. Through her love for animals and the knowledge gained during this adventure, Emily grew into a young girl who cares deeply about the environment and animal welfare. She knew that she could make a difference by taking action to protect animal habitats, thereby creating a better future. Finally, Emily bid a heartfelt farewell to her animal friends and returned to her cottage with a sense of purpose and responsibility. She was determined to continue her efforts for animal welfare, protecting their habitats so they could live safely and happily. This adventure not only helped her grow, but also opened doors to a career in animal conservation. Emily will forever cherish this special journey and looks toward the future with hope and confidence, knowing that every small effort can bring about change and make the world a better place.
Thank you for joining me today. If you like this lesson, make sure you like and share. Remember to subscribe. Your support is very important.